Jetta, you ain't know? Listen, if you hear any noise or voice in the background, if you care to have the willpower, disregard it. Alright, lovelies. I woke up sexy again today. So, uh, seems like I'm gonna have to deal with it, and y'all gonna have to just, yeah, be able to, yeah, ain't too much we could do about that. So, here's the vid, alright, lovelies. And if you know, I would like to shout out to a specific, channel and everything. I don't normally watch that channel and everything. Like not too often as like I used to, just kind of. So, just individuals basically had some, something that I do would like to touch on, even though I have touched on this in a specific vid and previously and everything. So, I did tell you lovelies that there are only only two emotions in the universe. Okay, love and fear. Okay, everything that's in between is just a repackaging of love. Okay, so the thing is like either sometimes like you say so much in vids and sometimes and that like over the time like even though you have embodied it in a sense that is just like nice to be refreshed and like when someone else says something kind of refreshes like and like sometimes like when you say something you feel me it's just like when somebody says something like maybe something similar to what you said and like and sometimes like it hit different and it like you see it in a different way like yo, I said something similar. It's just like, yo, like that was just like a good way that you put it in a way, like, and it's like, why that I knew that, and it's just like, that why is it that I'm seeing it differently now, like different, more like, so and the thing is, okay, and like I said, I don't like to jack off, individuals and everything. Okay, so let me let you know about the energies, okay, lovelies, and so let me tell you a little bit about it. All right. I did let you know that, there is a promotion in emotional evolution. Okay. So the thing is, the emotions, as we know, is spiritual. So it's something that's changing within individuals. Okay. Certain ones aren't going to be able to handle the energy, some aren't able to handle the shift. The thing is, as your emotions change, your reality changes as well. Okay, it changes, you feel me, and it's changing, you feel me, and as it's changing how you connect with it. Okay, and you can even and even when I say connect, you feel me, you can detach masterfully as well, you know and you can actually disconnect from certain things. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, like, so the thing is, the beautiful thing is when I say like do your, if you be still meditation, or just be still. Okay, you can, it's checking on your inner circuits. Okay, it's checking on your software. Okay, all right, so it's internal, you feel me, and as you change, you feel me, and you feel me, and when you be still, listen, this is why I'm bringing this up, why I'm making this specific video. All right, because the way that they put it is kind of like, you feel me, kind of like said, okay, I got a little something that may help certain individuals. Listen, and from my experience, all right, when the times when I be still and I just be still, you feel me? Because sometimes certain, I'm telling you, the certain time that I'm making this, certain one, you feel me? Certain ones, it's like the universe been putting around me, and they been act like childish, stubborn, and like they got a limit, and it's like as much as you say, it's like they don't want to see something. It's like they're forcing, you feel me? And certain ones are trying to numb their emotions. Do not do that with alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, you know. I'm just saying, don't do that. Okay, the simple fact is that your awareness is, you feel me, when you be still, your awareness is able to anchor, you're anchoring your and you're anchoring your awareness. the more you anchor in your awareness, okay, you realize fear is an illusion. Okay. And I don't want to take anything from the video that you for me from that individual. It's just, you know, that fear is an illusion and that it really doesn't exist outside of you. Fear don't exist outside of you. So you check your software, and the more that you embody love, okay, and I'm just saying that the frequency, that the energies that's here, and you anchor in your awareness and embody love, okay, and you anchor in more of your awareness, that fear can't exist in you any longer. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. You feel me? So the thing is, your emotions are maturing. The thing is, you can't go back to those fearful experiences. That's the whole point of this growing. You're outgrowing fear. You're outgrowing fear. So fear can't be around you. You might see certain individuals in their world that, you feel me, certain ones may still be like thinking fear's outside of them, and it's just like, no, you got to go into your software until you be still and check your inner software, your circuits, and you got to kick that fear out, because fear is coming with the unholy trio. It's coming with indecision and doubt. That's where, you feel me, and it kind of makes it harder for you, to make your next step. You feel me? Like, and shout out to another specific channel that said on that, don't allow fear to control your next step. You gotta, you feel me? So you gotta know this new level, lacks devils. That's all I'm saying. This new level lacks devils. Okay. So you feel me? You find out you don't have no enemies. And I don't give F what they talk about, all their frenemies and enemies and all that. No, it's just, it's just those that would like to deny the truth. That's on them. Okay, because as you know, if you tell one lie, you got to tell 1,000 more lies to cover that one lie. And if you tell a lie and right next to that lie, you got to tell 1,000 more lies on top of those. Individually, do the math, because the universe is all about mathematics. Time does exist. I already told you, time is the calculation of movement. Even though you think I'm moving fast, it's the timing time is the calculation. Okay, even if you slow the video down, okay, so anywho. So the whole part is, the more that you embody awareness and love and exuberance, you feel me? The universe is going to bring you around that energy. That's why I say that's why it's important for you to keep that same energy. So you feel me? Because I told you the biggest copy machine is the universe. It's the biggest copy machine. So it's going to keep, you feel me, you're going to get experiences according to that. You might even be brought around, you feel me, a certain neighborhood, and you feel me, you like, oh, it just don't hit different. I mean, not say it don't hit different. It don't hit the same. It's like, yo, you feel me? You like certain peoples is in the same neighborhoods, certain relatives that I have like cut off, you feel me? They in the same neighborhood. They ain't never left. But all they know is just that. And they just want to know that. So you're going to be same. You're going to be the same. But don't get, you feel me? And then they'll get mad about you because you've been out other places and stuff. You have grown, you have seen, and you got more information because, you feel me, your consciousness expands with information. And it's about, when you start to put in those fruit and you put in that labor, and you feel me, and discernment kicks in what is good and what is not good for what it is that you are doing, or what it is that you feel me, and know what you are being. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you get anything out this, it's about being. What are you being? Because a being is a part of your character. It's a state of mind. It's your character. Because how you function is how you feel me, your reality going to be kicking. Is going to be how you receiving your information. You know, so if you so mad about something, it's gonna be a whole bunch of I type of things, and you feel me, and you got to know what that is. Might be a whole bunch of ego involved. So you feel me, and then when it, you know, you might think everything's about you. The thing, you feel me, and when you realize that, you know, everyone is you in a specific degree. You feel me? You feel me? It's just everybody. Nobody's equal because everything has a different degree of consciousness. Okay, so the thing is to celebrate our uniqueness. Okay, the thing is about maturing now. This is the thing about maturing, and when we mature, it means to take accountability. You're not maturing if you're not taking accountability. If you still blaming Tom, Dick, and Harry, Mary, Kane, and Ashley, when are you going to take accountability? I'm not blaming no government outside of myself. I govern myself. Okay, you feel me? So that's what I'm saying. That's where sovereignty come in. You know, they trying to snitch on, trying to tell indirectly on each other, keep blaming everybody. It's like, no. First of all, you take accountability exactly for what you did. Now, what did you do? What did you do when you was talking about blaming everybody else? What was your involvement? What did you do? I don't care what you said. The thing is, what were you doing? What were you doing? What were you? You feel me? What were your actions? You know, before that might have kicked off. Okay, you feel me? And so the thing is beautiful. All in all, about this is beautiful about getting rid of that fear and knowing fear ain't outside of you. Check your software and get that love, because the more you get love in, the more you attract a higher soul, your soul tribe. And we gonna vibe. It's mutual respect and we have fun. It's not about fear and putting scaring one another. You feel me? It's about that love. Okay. So I love y'all. Find something safe doing. Stay.